meteorologist Ross Whitley with your first alert forecast.
Showers and storms this morning, but outside of that, the coastal areas have looked like this. Absolutely beautiful. I told you today would not be anywhere close to a washout. We'd see plenty of sunshine. Tomorrow, we're going to see a lot of cloud cover and rain around, but we will still have periods that look just like this with some dry weather around and even some hours of sunshine. The surf should remain relatively flat even with the cold front coming in. We won't see our winds pick up outside of the sea breeze until we get into Friday, and even then we're not going to see a ton of surf kicked up. We might get up to about 2 to 3 feet as we do go into Friday, and then it may last at least a portion of the day on Saturday with the winds out of the north and west. So not a ton of swell out of this cold front, not a whole lot of wind out ahead of the cold front, and that will help to inhibit the tornado risk. We'll talk more about that in a second. Yellow flags flying across the board again today. You can see a couple of lone showers and storms with the residual boundary off to the north, but the showers and storms this morning did a good job of stabilizing the atmosphere. If you're wondering about the pollen count, back into the moderate category, but a little bit lower. The rain helped us out this morning. 23 on that air quality. Hickory and grass is still your main pollinator. Still back to extreme category for the day tomorrow. So that tells you we will see, again, sunshine around even with the cloud cover coming back in. And you'll see those storms off to the west. This may trigger some showers and storms into the early morning hours once again because we'll see that outflow boundary crash across the area just like it did last night. We were talking about the same kind of thing. Storm ongoing to our west, and we'll see if an outflow would make it in. There you can see that outflow progressing in. Our futurecast not really indicating much in the way of storms overnight tonight, but you can see the pop-ups as we go into the afternoon. Willing to bet we'll see storms around in the morning hours with that outflow, so our futurecast is likely missing that. And then in the afternoon, we get a little bit closer to the frontal boundary, which will still be off to our north and west, but that will make it easier for an outflow boundary, or in this case, possibly even a mesoscale convective system. That just all that means is these thunderstorms pool their cold air together and form a little surface low, helping to sustain those thunderstorms. It can also locally increase your severe risk, but the severe risk on Thursday is low. On Friday, here comes the cold front. The severe risk is a little bit higher thanks to the support of that cold front and the storms moving out of the north and west to the south and east. That southeast movement enhances shear even though we really don't have any. So if there's any kind of tornado risk, it will come on Friday with that southeast movement of the storm. So there you can see Thursday, possibility of a line segment or an MCS coming through. Wind would be the main concern. A slight risk on Friday, and there's why. The cold front sliding on in into the afternoon. There will at least be a low risk for tornadic activity with that cold front sliding on through, so we'll keep a close eye on that. It looks like the evening would be the best chance for that. We may see the instability killed on Friday by the prefrontal showers and storms, so there's your hope to not have severe weather Friday if that's what you're hoping for. But we can all look forward to a gorgeous weekend, which I didn't even get to talk about, but lower dew points and beautiful weather.
Maybe we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
All right.